commemoration to honour the global icon at a time when his advocacy for the inherent dignity and equality of people is a prescient case in point.
It would have been a matter of grave concern to President Nelson Mandela that as I'm addressing this gathering, on a day designated to mark his legacy, our continent, Africa, the second most populous continent in the world, with more than 1.3 billion people, is the last in line to have access to vaccines, while the richest countries are well advanced in vaccinating their people, while at the same time hoarding vast reserves of doses of vaccines, even as they deny developing countries the capacity to produce vaccines. This is the type of injustice that would have been intolerable to President Mandela. We owe it to his legacy to vigorously demand and achieve universal access to vaccines now.
Pandor told the General Assembly that the world owed it to Madiba's legacy to vigorously demand and achieve universal access to vaccines now.
Nelson Mandela would have been at the front line of the campaign of the African Union and the developing world for an urgent waiver of the WTO TRIPS agreement to ensure the rapid upscaling of the production of COVID-19 vaccines, of medicines, and of the sharing of technologies needed to end the pandemic and save lives. While natural instinct to protect the interests and mega profit margins of a few may tell us that it is impossible to act in the interests of all humanity, I remind you, as Nelson Mandela said, that it always seems impossible until it is done.
The UN also committed in 2019 to the Nelson Mandela Decade of Peace as part of a broader strategy towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.
The COVID-19 pandemic has shown us the vital importance of human solidarity and unity, values championed and exemplified by Madiba in his lifelong fight for justice. Recurring waves of infection across continents make it clear that no one is safe until all are safe, and each of us has a part to play. As we enter the third year of the Nelson Mandela Decade of Peace, let us be inspired by Madiba's message that each of us can make a difference in promoting peace, human rights, harmony with nature, and above all, dignity for all.
The GA also heard that systemic racism has had a pernicious effect on communities and compounded the impacts of the pandemic. Pandor told the Assembly that the biggest tribute the international community could accord Madiba was to ensure continued commitment to eradicating racism and discrimination, with plans afoot to mark the 20th anniversary of the Durban Declaration, expected at the UN's annual high level this September. Sherwin Riceby's SABC News, New York.